collection continues to grow. The newest additions is I have picked up some cavalry. There's Baggett's Hussars supporting the Écossois Regiment, and then the Atoll Brigade there. Added a 3rd battalion to that. And then some artillery. So there's a Scottish gun. And then I added 2 more units of Lowlanders. So there's 4 of them now. Another battery. And then I now have 6 battalions of Hanoverian regulars. The unit there in the back is the latest addition. And then also I think I've added another clan of Highlanders. So that continues growing. I got some reinforcements in the mail. So I should be able to do about another 4 battalions of regulars, and then many more Highlanders, plus some cavalry. So it's coming along. I'm playtesting. I'm developing my own rules. I just wasn't satisfied with Valor and Fortitude. It just kind of moved too quickly for the scale that I'm trying to do. So kind of piecemealing rules that I like from different sets, from Sharp Practice, Black Powder, Regimental Fire and Fury, the way the attrition is determined on the different regiments and things like that. So I tried my first play test. The Atoll Brigade kind of approached that line of government Highlanders and got completely blown away. And so I just made one small tweak. I didn't want to add saving rolls to things. I just, trying to keep it much more simple. So instead of it being hitting on 4, 5s, and 6 with modifiers, now you hit on 5s and 6s. So I retested it with that, and it was amazing how I just feel it's a much more realistic result and spares me having to do saving rolls. And one of the features from Sharp Practice is I've got cards for each of the regiments or the commanders. So these are the cards I put together, so they'll be drawn on that. And then using Black Powder, the commander will, with 2 dice, roll an 8 or less to activate a unit in his division or whatever. And so again, like Black Powder, if he fails, unless you're the army commander, which is over here, Prince Charles, then you get to re-roll a 1. And if they activate, they get to do 2 activations, kind of go into Sharp Practice. They can fire and reload, or up to 2 things. So they can fire and reload, they can move twice, they can move and change formation. Also, they can rally, so the commander can attach himself and rally figures back on to get them back into fighting form. And that seems to be working well, because you don't know if you're going to get 1 or 2 activations. So that's playing out well. So all in all, I'm just really enjoying this. I think the figures look just amazing on the table, and I think these rules are going to be a lot of fun to play. Pretty simple, but gives you the feel. Like one of the modifiers is if you're a clan charging in column, then you get a +1 in your hand-to-hand fighting. If you're a regular line unit, you get +1 to your firing. The way you determine the number of figures firing is based on the number of figures and then their morale. So these guys, I think up in the front, are considered. There's 3 morale classes: veteran, line, and conscript. So these are lines. So I think it's 1 per 5 figures. There's 20 figures, so they get to roll 4 dice. If they lose a figure, then it's rounded down, so there'll be 3 dice, and so forth. So that seems to be working pretty well. So there lots of variation. So also I picked up some limbers so that the guns can come off the stand here and be mounted onto the limber there, so they can move around and things like that. So so that's the latest. I got more to do. I've got, I'm going to do 2 more regiments of dragoons. The dragoons, these are the latest. I think this is the 10th regiment of dragoons. So they're 10-figure regiments. And so, I mean, this Highland charge, that looks kind of intimidating for these poor chaps here in line. So, okay, well, that's it for now. Thank you for your interest, and I love the comments and things like that. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'd really appreciate that. If you like this video, just post a like on it. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you later.